What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a chat about some fun stuff happening over in the One Piece card game. Lots of cool stuff has been happening, but we need to start off at the 2023 Championships. Now, I've told you a bunch about this. We had a whole big chat about this the other day. I'm not going to just repeat everything I told you the other day. I've made that video. You can go and watch that video. Hopefully, I'll remember to link it in the description. Although, as a side note, because I do keep getting questions about this, just to be clear, I am absolutely intending to be at the European Championships in Utrecht in the Netherlands in January. That is absolutely my intention. I should be there. That will be fun. I'm looking forward to it, frankly, because they sold 2,500 tickets in 10 minutes, which is absolutely absurd and ridiculous and amazing. And yeah, I think this is awesome. A couple of things I do need to remind you of, though. Remember that one of the things available as prizing is an uncut sheet. Yeah, that's right. There is an uncut sheet which is available. It is actually being given to the top 16. So 16 people at each of the regionals, or each, that's not right, is it? Each of the regions championships, there we go, will be getting this. And it does include, of course, all three of the manga rares, the alternate art leaders, the amazing Akira Igawa alternate art lore, etc. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. I love it. Doesn't include the signed Luffy, I'm afraid, but does include the Oda-drawn Luffy, so you know, it's all good. And of course, we've got those Kaido promos as well, coming for first, second, and third. And look, I've had this question from a friend the other day, basically saying, right, okay, One Piece Championships, talk to me, how much money can you win? And the answer is, well, no money, but that's not the point now, is it? It's not about money. No one's there to earn money. What they are there to win are these Kaido. And look, we see these promo cards, these trophy cards for the One Piece TCG selling for literally thousands of pounds. Or dollars if you're over in the US. And here, there's literally going to be 4. We've got EU, North America, LATAM, and Oceania. That's it. 4 of them. And each is getting 1 of these. So, yeah. These Kaido are going to be so ridiculously sought after. And I kind of love that. Because then the people who come first, second, and third at these events, they've got 2 choices, right? They can either keep it, and they've got one of the rarest, most sought after cards in existence. Brilliant. Or they sell it, and they make a huge amount of money. Either way, they win. And I think this is just amazing. Huge in favor. Absolutely love it. Could not be more in favor. This is awesome. I had a lot of people asking me whether I am going to be at the Worlds in March in Tokyo. And the answer to that question is maybe? Probably not, honestly. But a man can dream, ladies and gentlemen. A man can dream. Now, I also showed you the top 8 playmat the other day. The top 8 playmat basically has the key art featuring Big Mom and Kaido. And then you've got, you know, the others at the front there, which is kind of lovely. But what I didn't show you was the participation playmat. Well, now I can. Here's what it looks like. Half Yamato, half Ace. And look, on the one hand, I think this is brilliant. On the other hand, yes, it is recycled art. And I know not everybody's crazy about the recycled art. In which case, yeah, honestly. And if you look at this and you're like, well, see, it's recycled art, I don't care. Fair point. I'm not going to argue with you. Absolutely fair point. We've got the Ace that came around as a promo. A promo which I thought was going to be way better than it ended up being. It's got double attack. It's great. Really like the art on this one as well. And then the Yamato is the alternate art Yamato from OPO4, which is a really good card that sees a whole bunch of play in yellow decks. And is literally just those 2 mashed together onto a playmat. And either you like it or you don't. What I will tell you is, have a look at this, because it clearly says Championship 2023 Europe in the bottom right-hand corner, which means that the playmats are going to be stamped for their particular regions. Or absolute worst case scenario, Europe is stamped, Latin America and Oceania aren't, but I'd be very surprised if they stamped Europe but didn't stamp the others. That would be weird. You might have noticed I didn't say North America there. This is a part where I have to remind you, and I'm really sorry, there is no participation playmat for North America. And I know that sucks, and I know that's rubbish, and I know people are going to be very upset. I'm sorry, because it is an awesome playmat, and I love it, and I want it, and I should get it, because I'm going to be there. And I know that a lot of American people, I've already seen after this was revealed, a bunch of American folks are not happy. And I understand, incidentally, I understand entirely why you're not happy. And all I can say is you have my sympathy. It's a little bit rubbish. The reason, if anybody's wondering, I'm assuming is going to be potentially the size of the tournament or just some other... There is a reason, all right? There is a reason why they're doing this. They're not just doing this for funsies. There is a reason. I just don't know exactly what the reason is, and for that, I can only apologise. As a side note, and I don't think it's fair consolation just to be clear, but you folks in North America are getting an extra Championship 2023 event pack. I don't think that is fair, incidentally. I do not think that is as good as getting the playmat. I want to make that 100% clear. I'm not saying it's the same. I am saying that that is the difference. And I think a lot of people are going to be not chuffed about this. Yeah. Sorry. The other thing they've gone and shown off are the trophies. First, second, and third. Pretty gosh darn obvious which are which. They've gone for the traditional gold, silver, and bronze. Can't really blame them for that. So, first place, you get your gold trophy and your Kaido. Second place, you get your silver trophy and your Kaido. Third place, you get your bronze trophy and your Kaido. Of course, thinking about it logically, there is a huge difference here between third and fourth. Because remember, generally speaking, like you get into Top Cut and then go through the knockout rounds, and resistance determines placing, and it doesn't matter. Third and fourth is the same. There is a gigantic difference between third and fourth here. Third gets a trophy and a Kaido, and actually an extra booster box as well, and fourth doesn't. There is a gigantic difference between third and fourth. So, yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a third place playoff. There is at least a chance of it. But it is actually a very big deal, and I very much hope there is. As soon as we have word on whether there is or not, I will, of course, let you know. That's the kind of thing I do. Now, the other thing that's happened over the weekend, and I don't know if anybody else cares about this, all right? But it's my channel, it's my video, and I want to show you, and I hope you care. But something amazing happened over the weekend. Artists for the One Piece card game have started tweeting their artwork. And this is amazing, because this never used to happen. This is not something that we ever saw happen before. This is, and again, if I'm wrong, or as always, please correct me in the comment section. I do not remember this happening previously. And this is absolutely phenomenal. Take a look at Perona. Now, I've told you this is one of my chase cards from the set. Incidentally, I have gone through and saved, like, all the images here. I've gone and saved a little folder of the images just because I think they're amazing. But take a look at this Perona. This is the alternate art, the full art, call it what you will, Perona head. The leader from OP06. There is so much more on the artwork on the screen than we see on the card. And that, just to be clear, I'm not saying anything bad about the card. The card is awesome. I think the card looks great. But obviously, and if you didn't know this, then let me be the first to tell you, the artists don't actually draw the card. And let me explain, all right? They draw a very big fancy picture, and then that gets adapted into the card. And sometimes it's just whack a frame around it, put the text on, and good to go. But as you can see with this Perona, what is on the card is actually like half of the picture, maybe a bit less. Because Bandai clearly went to the artist. Oh, the artist, I should say, is Ryudaman, at Ryudaman over on Twitter. And seriously, follow some of these artists. Because it's like this with Pokemon. The Pokemon artists do tweet their artwork out, which is amazing, and I love it. Although, they don't always tweet the artwork, to be honest. They tweet that they've done the cards. I don't know if they even tweet out the artwork like this all the time. But regardless, they've clearly been allowed to do so in One Piece. and give them some love, because if they've done great One Piece artwork, they've probably done other great artwork as well. And it's always lovely to see the stuff that they're doing. But you just get so much more here than you see when you just get a look at the card. And I absolutely love it. And I think the Perona Alternate Art Leader is amazing. I'm so glad they did that one. It's one of my chase cards for the set. But I am so happy that we finally got to see the proper version of it. And look, we could have a look at the Alternate Art Tashigi, for instance. Love that card. The artwork here doesn't show us a huge amount more. I'm going to be honest with you. You don't get a huge amount more from seeing the artwork, but I still really like that we can get to see the clean artwork. But there are a bunch of others that are out there that you do get to see now. And I just think it's so wonderful and it's so nice for the game. And I just think it's awesome. You know, take the alternate art, the special rare of Rebecca. There's not actually a huge amount new looking at the artwork here. It's largely just kind of taken off of the card. But it's still lovely to see it. But, you know, take the alternate art Kozuki Hiyori. One of the coolest cards in the set artwork-wise, as far as I'm concerned at least. And look at it without the border on. Look at it without the text on. Look at it where all you can see is just the artwork completely unfiltered. And it's so much better. You'll also notice that actually the card is zoomed in a bit from the artwork that was tweeted out by the artist, XX6946XX, over on Twitter, Koshi Rokishiro. And it's so nice. Like, if, like me, you love the One Piece card game for the artwork, and I love it for everything. I love One Piece, I love the game, I love the art, I love all of it. But if you love it for the artwork, the fact that this has started happening is just wonderful. There was a deluge over the weekend that started coming over my timeline, and I could not be more in favor of it. Also, you know the artist I just told you about that did the alternate art of Fiori? Yeah, they also did the alternate art Perona, which is one of my other, like, proper chase cards from the set. One of the ones that I have told you I must have because it's absolutely stunning and amazing and brilliant and wonderful and lovely. And now we can see that in all of its glory as well. Like the dog thing in the front right, you couldn't really see it very much on the card because it's covered by everything else. The bear loses his face on the card. Not on this artwork. Oh no. Just absolutely wonderful, absolutely brilliant. You know, take a look at SNHR_encount over on Twitter, who actually did the alternate arts of both Yamato and Uta, which you might have noticed because stylistically they are very clearly very, very similar. Yeah. It makes it easier to spot the similarities between the other artists' work and really start to enjoy it. It's brilliant. I love it. I'm not going to keep going on about how great this artwork is or show you loads more of them, but just be aware that these are out there. I'm going to put a link in the description, which is basically a search on Twitter for One Piece card game in Japanese, and if you scroll through there, you will find a bunch of them, and hopefully you'll have as much fun looking through as I did. This isn't going to be something we cover all the time in videos, because there isn't, I don't know how much point there is. I don't know how much people are going to enjoy it. But we do cover the news on here. And frankly, the fact that this is happening is genuinely awesome news, which I just think is great for anyone that's a fan of the game. And I hope it continues forever. But for now, I want to know what you think about this. And I want to know what your favourite One Piece TCG artwork is. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.